So we're going to start looking at page 161. Okay. We are not going to do the graphing option for now. The array, because I think it's pretty obvious. And we'll be benefiting ourselves if we spend more time using this. So those of you at home, I'm going to post this factoring checklist. I don't think I put this in your materials. Okay. So be patient while we go through it. Okay. So the first problem that they have on the book, in the book, is factoring 12. Find the factors of 12. And remember, factors are the numbers that we multiply together to get the number 12. Okay, so this what's happening on the screen isn't for you. So, ignore the television. So we're going to go through our checklist. Yes, Sammy?
Okay, so everything on the video is flipped, so they...
It's not going to be a problem, I promise. I'll just turn this off so it won't guys anymore. There we go. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is check 1. 1 is always a factor, right? So I just like to build this little T-chart, okay, which you'll see down below in your book. 1 and 12 are factors. 1 is always a factor. Okay. Lawson?
Could you turn it over a little bit? Cause it's like
Which way?
That way. It's like
Olivia, is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Who can read the trick for 2? To find if we're trying to figure out, Harper, is 2 a factor? Can you tell me the trick, Harper? So look right here on your page. Next to 2, what does it say? Look. Okay, we're gonna look at the ones place. Is 2 even?
Yes.
So 2 is a factor. We're just using this as a guideline since we can't. Since remember I said pretend it's laminated and all that. That's not really. So 2 is a factor, and then we just have to figure out 2 times what equals 12. You all know that. 2 times
6.
So 6 is also a factor.
Yay.
Okay? All right. The next question is about 3. So we can divide 12 by 3, which we already know, right? But we can also use this little trick to see if it's a factor, to practice the trick. Julian, what's the trick for 3s?
Add up the digits. If it's divisible by 3, check the math back.
Okay. So we're going to add up these digits. We have a 1 and a 2.
3.
So 1 plus 2 is
3.
3. And is 3 divisible by 3?
Yes.
Yeah, because 3 divided by 3 is 1. So 3 is a factor, which we already know because we know our math facts. And we know that 3 times 4
Equals 12.
equals 12.
Wait, so then 4 is also
4 is also a factor. We don't even have to check it
No,
because we've already got 4. Now we do have to check 5.
Yes.
Okay, because we don't have 5 down there. Rubina, what is the trick for 5s?
If the number ends with a 0 or a 5, it's divisible by 5, and so 5.
Okay, does this number end in a 0 or a 5? No. So 5 is not a factor. We've already got 6. And here's the trick in my mind. Since we've come up and we're already starting to go down, I don't have to keep going, right? I know I'm not going to, 7, 8, 9, 10 are not going to be factors of 12. So the factors of 12 are,
1, 2, 3, 6, 4, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4.
yep,
1, 2,
we can write them in any order really, but we can do 1 and 12, 2 and 6, 3 and 4. These are all factors.
I'm just going to do them in order.
So because there are 1, 2, 3 factor pairs, just like socks, they're pairs, right? Factors come in pairs. You have to have 2 numbers to multiply. Because we have 3 pairs, this number is
Composite.
composite. Does anyone remember the opposite of composite?
In composite.
Prime.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh. Because prime number has what?
Only one.
Only one.
So like
Cookies. Okay. So this one is in your book. Let's use this little chart. Do you see it on the page? Page number 161. It says find the factors of 32, and it gives you a little table, and this is exactly what we've been doing. Okay, so it tells you already, because everyone knows that 1 is always a factor.
What about the factors?
So it makes you feel like it's doing something nice by filling it in for you, but everybody knows that. Okay, so what are we going to check next? I hear you say 2. Well, we're going to use our 2's. What's the trick for 2's, Olivia?
Look at the ones place. Is the number even? If so, 2 is a factor.
Okay, so we're going to look at the 1's place. It's a 2. Is that even?
Yes.
So this is divisible by 2. Now we just have to figure out 2 times what?
16.
2 times 16.
This is why on 62 I thought it was something else.
Okay, now we're going to check. We're going to go in order so that we don't skip anything.
3.
3 would be next. Stella, what is the trick for 3?
Use the 3's trick. Add up the digits. If it's divisible by 3, check your math factor. 3 is a factor.
So we're going to add up the digits. So our digits are 3 and 2, which equals 5. Is 5 divisible by 3?
No.
No, so 3 is not a factor.
We can't like on the chart thing. We can't do 3 and cross it off because they only have 5.
Fine.
5.
Okay.
I don't get it.
So Sammy, on your chart, next to 2, you're going to write 16. Because 2 times 16 is 32. You get it? Here. We're just making a table of all the factors of 32. 1 and 32, 2 and 16. Just be patient, it's new. We're like using this table to collect the factors that we find.
I can only find.
So 2 and 16. So you should have written down 16 in your table. Yusuf says, I can't really write down 3 because I'm not sure I have room. That's fine.
I'm doing it.
What are we going to check next? I almost told you. 4. Barrett, what's the trick for 4s?
Look at the last 2 digits.
This is only a 2-digit number, so that's easy.
So just look at the 10.
Okay, 32. And what do we do?
Are they divisible by 4? Check your math facts chart.
Okay, so check your chart.
4 is the factor.
Can we get to 32 by 4?
Yes.
4 times what?
8.
So I'll take this off since that might be confusing. So we need 4 and 8.
And then the
So do you see, Sammy, if we were to do, what if we did this? Can you see this? 4 times 8. 4 and 8 are factors because when you multiply them together, they give you 32. 2 and 16, 1 and 32. The factors are just the numbers that we multiply together. Okay? It's like a factor puzzle. After we try 4, we're going to try 5. Ava, what's the trick for 5?
The trick for 5 is if the number ends in 0 or 5, it is divisible by 5, so 5 is a factor.
Okay, does our number end in a 0 or a 5?
No.
No. Is 5 a factor?
no.
No. Okay. Next. 6. We already, oh no, we don't. I thought we did. Sammy?
Well, I think if we're having this number and then we divide it by like something and it okay. I think it's like if we have an even number and we divide it by something and the answer is even, then it's a factor. But
2 is a
if
factor.
And if we have an even number divided by something and it's not even, then it's not a factor.
Exactly. So basically what you could be doing, Sammy, to find all the factors is you could be dividing 32 by all these numbers just to see. So you could be doing 32 divided by 1, 32 divided by 2, 32 divided by 3, 32 divided by 4, just to check. You're just checking, is 1 a factor, is 2 a factor, is 3 a factor, is 4 a factor?
Okay.
That make sense? So you would find, yes, this is a factor, yes, this is a factor, no, this isn't a factor, because you get 0, 2, and you get a 0, and you get a remainder 2. Okay, but this one is a factor. So Sammy, you could divide all these like we just did 5. Which we know would be 6, remainder 2. Okay, so this is one way to do it, and we're just testing out factors because we want to make sure we capture all of them. But this chart is just kind of giving you a shortcut, since you all know how to do the division already. That make sense? Okay, cool.
Yes.
So is 5 a factor? No. Okay, what about 6? Lucas, what is the trick for 6? So we could do this.
So we just did.
You can't do it.
We just did.
You can't do 6 times something equals 32.
You can't not do 6 times something equals 32.
You're gonna be over.
But our little cheat sheet here says, to be divisible by 6, 2 and 3 must already be factors. So 2 is a factor, but 3 is not a factor. So we don't even have to divide, right? That makes sense. Now, these tricks might also seem a little bit silly because our numbers are so small, but they come in handy when you have a greater number, right? Like if we had 132. We can still use all of these tricks to find the factors. We don't have to divide 132 all these times. That make sense? Okay? Yes, Lawson?
When we're doing this, like I already kind of went through them all.
Cool.
And I went through the 32 one.
Yep. Did you find any other factors?
Yeah, but only 8, and then the other 2 don't fit, so we still have 1 box that's empty.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah. Yep. They've just given you spots there. It doesn't mean you have to fill them all up. So 7 is not a factor. We agree, right? Because 7 times 5 is 35. 7. Okay, that won't work. And then what about 8? You said 8 is a factor, Lawson. 8 times what? Oh, look, it's already on here. 8 times 4.
Yeah, you said.
Yeah, so because now we're starting to go back up, we can stop. Okay? So what are the factors of 32?
132,
1,
2, 6, 4, 8.
16, 4, and 8. So because it has 1, 2, 3 factor pairs, this number is
Composite.
composite.
Not fine.
Okay. Give me a check. Thumbs up. Totally get it. Sideways thumb. Kinda. And then, is this English? Okay, good. So we're, okay. Okay, good. All right. So you want to try one more together? Or do you want me to do it while you do it so you can check it?
Check it.
Want to do it on your own? Okay. All right, I'm going to give you a few moments then to find the factors of 44. You can talk with your elbow partner, someone nearby, and then we'll check it all together. Sound like a plan? Okay. Ready, go. Find the factors of 44. Check really quick your factors of 44 to make sure you're on the right track. Okay. So you started with 1, right? Because every number has a factor of 1. 1 times 44. And then you went down the list and you got to 2. Did anyone find 2 as a factor of 44?
Yep.
What did you find, Brandy?
I found 2 times 22.
2 and 22 would be 44. And then I'm going to go to 3. 4 plus 4 is 8. That's not going to work. What else, Sammy?
Well, I did 3 times 14.
And what did you get?
I think 3 times 14 is 40. I think 3 times 14 was 40.
42. It's really close. But not quite. The 3 is not a factor. Won't work. The 3 times 15 is going to be 4. Okay. Lawson?
4 times 11.
4 times 11. I know 5 is not going to work.
Oh, that's it because you.
Okay, 6 I can check now. Harper just said, oh, I can just look at my math facts chart and I can see that, oh, it's not that, oh. So, right? 6 times nothing gives us 44. 7, I just have to divide, right? I know 7 divided by 7 times 6 is 42. I've got 8, no, 9, no, 10, no, done. Here's are your factors of 44. Is it prime or composite? Composite. How many factor pairs did you get for 100?
5. 4.
Yeah, the first factor pair they did for you, 1 and 100. And I'm going to go down the list. Julian, did you get 2?
Yes.
2 times what?
50.
What about 3?
No.
No, because 1 plus 0 is 1. 1 is not divisible by 3. What about 4?
Yes.
4 times what?
25.
What about 5?
20.
What about 6?
No.
No, because 2 and 3 have to be factors, right? What about 7?
No.
8?
No.
9?
No.
10?
Yes.
Yes. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 factor pairs.
Yeah, but it doesn't say all. It doesn't have that many slots.
It does. It already has 1 times 100 for you.
Yeah, I know, but it only gives 4 slots.